Hi, welcome to Lesson 3. This is all about word analogies. An analogy compares two things that are different from each other but are similar in some ways. In other words, we have to look for what is common among the pairs of words to accurately figure out the relationship of each pair. Take note that analogy deals with how the pairs of words relate to each other despite their differences. Word analogies look like this. Wife is to husband as girl is to boy. Remember as how I read it. Wife is to husband as girl is to boy. Here, to figure out the relationship of these two pairs of words, we have to look at the first words in each pair. Wife and a girl are almost different from each other because wife is a married woman while girl is a young woman. But if we're going to think about the common between them, we can say that wife and girl are both female. Same case in husband and boy. Both of them are male. However, don't just put words that you think might be the answer because we need to be very careful in thinking about the appropriate words to use. Example, if the second word in the second pair is missing, think how the first word in the first pair can be similar with the first word in the second pair. Wife and girl are both female. That's what's common about them. Now, look at the second word in the first pair. We have husband, which is a male counterpart of the wife. To complete this analogy, we have to put the male counterpart of the first word in the second pair, which is the girl. Now, we will put boy to have the opposite gender of the girl. Or, another way to complete this analogy is to directly think of how the first word in the first pair relates to the second word in the same pair. Wife is to husband means wife as the counterpart of the husband or husband as the counterpart of the wife. We can also say that they are partners. Now, let's have the first word in the second pair. To be able to give the word that would partner the girl, we have to follow the pattern in the first pair. The pattern is opposite gender. And since a female counterpart is already present, we'll put the male counterpart of the girl, which is the boy. Now, what if the first word in the first pair is missing? Well, we only need to follow the pattern of the second pair. What is the relationship of the girl to boy? Similar to what I mentioned, they are opposite gender. Now, we have husband as the second word in the first pair. And what is its opposite gender? A wife. See, if you would notice, it is only the matter of putting the correct word. Now, whichever word is missing, only remember to analyze how these words on both sides relate to each other. And to continue, let's know more about the relationships on word analogies, synonyms and antonyms. Words may have similar or opposite meaning. Examples, hot is to cold. This is an antonym because hot and cold are opposite to each other. Pretty is to beautiful are synonym because they mean the same thing. Object and purpose. The first words are named as the object, and the second words in each pair tell the purpose of the object. A pair of scissors is to cut as paper is to write, meaning scissors are used for cutting as paper is used for writing. Source and product. The first words are the products, and the second words tell where these products come from. Wheat is to field as meat is to animal. In other words, wheat is from the field as meat is from the animal. Part and whole. The first words are the specific items, and the second words are the general items that include the first words. Wheel is to car, as kitchen is to house, meaning wheel is a part of the car, as kitchen is part of the house. Animal and habitat. The first words are the animals and the second words are their habitat or home ground. Dolphin is to ocean, as bear is to forest, meaning dolphin is living in the ocean as bear is living in the forest. Characteristic. The first words are the objects, and the second words describe or name their characteristic. Pillow is too soft, as rock is too hard, meaning pillow is soft as rock is hard. Remember, we may also compare a person or a thing in this type of analogy. Operator. The second words or the people who use or operate the first words. Ship is to captain, as school is the teacher, meaning ship is being used or being operated by a captain as a school is being used by a teacher. Cause and effect. The first words show the cause and the second words name the effect. Deforestation is to flood, as unity is to success, meaning flood occurs because of deforestation, as success is reached when there is unity. Symbol. The first words or the symbols of the second words. Lamb is to innocence as peacock is to pride, meaning lamb symbolizes innocence as peacock symbolizes pride. Example. The second words are the example of the first words. Planet is to Mars as reference is to dictionary, meaning Mars is an example of a planet, as dictionary is an example of a reference. Function. The first words function in relation to the second words. Eye is to see as ear is to hear, meaning eyes are used to see and as ears are used to hear. So, that's all for today about word analogies. But remember that these are only some of the types of analogies because we still have more types of analogies out there, and I know that you will encounter them along the way. Now, it's time for you to practice what you have learned so far. Go to the LMS and answer the given worksheet. See you in my next lesson. Bye!